people at risk tonight.
Just watching the storms very, very closely with that squall line now through central Missouri.
There were a lot of things happening in the atmosphere that day.
Warnings coming across Pittsburgh, West Virginia, Ohio, up into Wisconsin.
We knew that we had a chance of severe thunderstorms, tornadoes were possible.
What's coming toward Chicago at this point is kind of spotty, so whether or not you actually get hit remains to be seen.
Early evening, all hell broke loose.
Tornado warning in progress at this time.
If you're in these areas, you got to take cover immediately.
At approximately 7:15 p.m., a massive tornado touches down in the quiet farming community of Fairdale, Illinois.
You see this monster just drifting right towards this town.
Preparing for a power outage and nothing more, 85-year-old Clem Schultz is upstairs gathering camping lanterns for him and his wife, who is downstairs in the kitchen, when he captures this dramatic footage on his cell phone.
I watch this video and I just think to myself, what was he thinking? Why was the camera still rolling? Why wasn't he taking cover?
Clem expects the storm to pass, but when it comes to tornadoes, there are no rules.
I think we all think in some regards we know what the tornado is going to do, but they can have such erratic movement.
Initially, it might be a little bit misleading because of the motion on the front side of the tornado that goes counterclockwise is going from left to right. So you might think, oh, this is going to go to the right of me.
But this tornado has other plans.
Tornadoes don't always just go in a straight line. Sometimes they take turns, especially the big ones.
Clocking in at 200 miles per hour, this deadly twister is the strongest tornado on record to hit Fairdale.
We're seeing a big wedge tornado. Occasionally, you're seeing some little brighter areas down at the low levels in the midst of the tornado. So that suggests that it had what we would call suction vortices.
Suction vortices are smaller funnels that revolve around the parent tornado.
And they can have winds that are 50 to 100 mile per hour faster than in the rest of the tornado rotation. So they're particularly more dangerous. Often they cause the worst destruction.
Darkness suddenly engulfs the sky.
The tornado seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, it's not so much the tornado is growing in this case, it's that it's coming toward him.
Clem continues to film despite the oncoming threat.
I think when you see something like that for the first time, you become transfixed by it, and you're frozen.
When you see something like that coming at you, you got to get below ground into an interior room that is surrounded by walls, no windows at all.
Even if you think it's going to maybe miss you and it's going to veer off and to the right or to the left, you're still dealing with stuff that's flying through the air. You're in harm's way.
You can see the trees swaying, getting more powerful. This is the oh beep moment.
Eventually, you know he's truly filming death.
Moments later, a neighbor digs Clem out of the rubble. His house, his community, completely decimated.
He survived. I'm not sure how, purely by the grace of God, that man's alive.
His wife, Geraldine, wasn't as lucky.
The real heartbreaking part of the story is neighbors came to him. They were checking him over, trying to help him. They told him not to look down. And he asked why, and they said,